Welcome back to another episode of the CRL Podcast. My name is Caleb Smith, driver of the High Five Racing 54 truck and ARCA car on Monday and Wednesday nights on OSR in, joined by Jacob and Rob.
This is your boy Jacob Grant, driver of the High Five Racing truck and ARCA car on Mondays and Wednesday nights.
My name is Rob Sherwood, Ron Sherwood, driver of the '93 trucks on Mondays and Worker Car occasionally on Wednesdays.
And on this episode of the CRL Podcast, we are going to break down Monday night's Truck Series race on OSR Network, and we're going to break down the ARCA race that just happened less than 30 minutes ago, also on OSR Network. Let's just start off with Monday night. Jacob, you led us to the green flag, and I know the race did not go the way you wanted it to. You had an incident early, and kind of got taken out. Um, how was your 14 laps that you did run?
Well, it was fun until those lap 14. Do you want my honest opinion or my professional opinion?
Fuck it. Give us your honest opinion.
Honestly,
Ooh,
I think that blocking two lanes that early is just stupid. And yes, you can say it's a rookie mistake from somebody who just joined the league, but he's not a rookie to iRacing. I don't know what his iRating was or anything like that, but iRating doesn't matter. I mean, everybody understands how to drive on a racetrack, and everybody should know how to hold a line and not block two lines 14 laps into a however many lap race we were running, 90 laps I think, or 70 something laps, whatever it was. Um,
75.
yeah, getting it cut 50 laps short or 60 laps short was a little tough. I was highly upset in the heat of the moment, and just I just left the Discord in the server because I didn't want to stay and keep watching over it and end up getting myself even more heated and saying things that I shouldn't and being as hot headed as I used to be. So but yeah, my 14 laps they went well. I won the dash, so that allowed me to start up front and lead everybody to the green come to Monday, and I'll take second to last place in points, I guess. We'll claw back.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was definitely fun pushing you for the 14 and a half laps until the incident. Rob, how was your race Monday night, and just kind of walk us through that.
I mean, mine was pretty boring. I'll be honest with you. I just kind of hung out. The vibes were high in the chat. I think really we kind of just talked about we talked about strategy a little bit, but we were missing Josh this week, so it was myself and Ross and Zach and Matt Dyer, and so Matt was a little bit different than us. He was up towards the front, but Zach, Ross, and myself, we kind of just hung out in the back because it was a little chaotic up at the front. And obviously we saw what happened early in the race with Jacob, and so we knew that traditionally in iRacing, if you have a wreck early, people seem to simmer down for a while, and kind of sort things out, and everybody's a little bit more cautious, and then after green flag stops, which that was my biggest accomplishment of the night. And after that, I was good with whatever happened because I made it to pit road. I didn't speed, I didn't wreck, and I didn't get run over. At that point, I was good. I didn't care what happened. So I was hoping that maybe we would, because we took a little extra fuel, and I was hoping for a wreck at some point, late in the race to kind of maybe avoid, but get some track position back, kind of attrition, take out, competitors. But unfortunately, we didn't wreck until after the white flag. But, I think I picked up 10 spots just from that. So I finished 20th, and I was okay with that because I didn't wreck. So I'll take that as a win for myself.
Yeah, and it's honestly just the first race of the season. I mean, I think last season we all know I made it to the championship four, but in the first like
Did you?
4 races. Yeah, I did. And I obviously didn't make a showing there, and I didn't do my job, so I lost
Same,
to Ross.
same, brother. Same.
So, but I mean, I started off last season with 4 bad races and clawed my way back. So I feel pretty confident in starting dead last in points after the first race.
Well, hey, if it makes you feel any better, people like me are not going to be there on Monday, so you'll make up some ground on me.
Yeah, I just plan on winning.
I mean, that's always an option too.
Didn't you two both win like multiple races last season?
Yeah, me and him
Uh,
and Ross were actually the only 3 who won 2 or more.
I only
Uh,
give myself credit for one win. We're not going to
Mike
talk about the second one.
Mike
Actually, that's
Kelly
not
won
true. We already
3.
have.
Oh, well, yeah, Mike Kelly.
I say
Yeah, Mike
you
Kelly's a
can't.
beast.
I say you
He's in
can't
a
forget
different
about.
league. He doesn't even race in CRL. He races in like CRL Plus.
Put that man in the
He's just
plus
there.
catalog.
Yeah, he's apparently a step above the Only Dad subscriptions.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Clean Racing League website?
I haven't been recently, and I
Not
know
recently.
Nate's going to be angry at me.
If you go and click on teams, there's like this. It's it's kind of like one of those
Oh, isn't
adult.
there like a link or something?
Yeah, it's like one of those like adult website
Oh my
ad
gosh.
ad pop-ups. It's like
Oh, for the Only
yeah,
For
Dads
Only
thing.
Dads?
It
Yeah,
pops up a lot if you go on the mobile site or if you
I
do it on
have
your
seen
phone,
that.
it's
Yeah.
and
it's
you have to close it
honestly
out before you can do anything.
Did you see their spoilers this week for the Truck Series?
I didn't.
Yeah, I did.
It says "Who's your daddy" on it, and the daddy is like that light blue font for their team. It's actually incredible. I got quite
Yeah,
a
it looks
chuckle out
pretty
of
good.
that.
Evan's become quite the painter.
Yes.
It's I didn't actually okay I did see the spoiler actually because
Yeah.
there was a point where I was behind Evan. Actually it was pretty early on. It was when Jacob was still racing. So within those first 14 laps, um, and Evan had pulled down in front of us, and we had made a move because he was slowing down the line. We had made a move to go around, and we made it pretty quick. But I mean I seen it then, so I know what you're talking about now. Um,
So how did your race go, Caleb?
Much better than I thought it was going to go. I fucking hate plate racing. We talked about that last week. Um,
Amen, brother.
yeah, so the fact that we've had to do it 2 nights this week, it is what it is. I'm happy about the other result, but this one, I felt like I was up front the entire night. I got some TV time on the broadcast, so that was pretty cool. I felt like I was
Yeah,
making some
your
moves.
first race back.
Yeah, I was making some moves. Um, I I was really struggling with keeping the truck straight. Um, it's just something about it. Maybe you guys are feeling it too. Maybe Jake in your 14 laps, but I feel like the
There's
truck
a
was
secret
just.
to that. You just don't turn the wheel too much.
I don't know because like I was going into the corner and I don't know even when there was like
It
no one
did.
around me
It
it felt like it was
it
off
did
the
feel
ground.
loose getting into the corner.
Well,
Yeah.
you were running 12-1, weren't you?
Whatever default was, I don't touch it.
So in my opinion, at plate tracks, especially in the trucks, there's like it's like a dead zone, like right in the center of the wheel on 12-1. And it just makes the truck feel so free, like it doesn't know which way you want to steer.
Yep.
And that's why I bumped down to 10-1. It gives me a little bit more control over the truck, and it doesn't have that feeling. It makes it a little bit more sturdy. And Dusty actually runs 6-1, believe it or not, at plate tracks.
That's insane, actually.
He says
I
he likes it to make evasive moves, and he can just control the truck better. I was like, well, kudos to you because that seems sketchy.
I used to be heavy into changing all that stuff for the race start. Now I just go into whatever default is on the fixed setup. That's what I run. So I guess I was 12-1, but it was just the truck was really hard to handle all night. I felt like I had a handful. Um, I feel like I really fucked up the turn one heroes guys. Um, and I apologize to them, but it seemed like everywhere I was going, they were. Um, or when I would make a move, it would kind of hold them up. Um, but I was running the high line with them, and the last 13 laps. I had Charles in front of me. And then I had Seth and I think it's Scott Simley. I think this is his name. Had them behind
Yes.
me, and then of course Mike Kelly. Um, but we were in the high side. I feel like we were really get roll we were really rolling there, and we had the 96 move up, and it really checked up that lane. And then once he moved back down, we started to make a run again. But it didn't feel like we were really getting anywhere. And then when we hit the final lap, I'm second in line on the outside lane, the third lane, and I'm like, wow, I'm actually gonna see the checkered flag. I'm actually gonna see the line. And we're coming out of turn 4. I'm sitting about fifth. I'm hovering about fifth, sixth, somewhere in there. I was hoping for a top 5, and probably like 200 feet before the start finish, all I felt my steering wheel snap from 12 to 6. It just kind of snapped all the way around because I got doored in the side, and then it sent me into the fence, which popped my truck up and then snapped my steering wheel. So I finished 10th, which is top 10 on return. That's not bad. I'll take it. Right as it sits, we're in the playoffs. Take that for what you will. But we're making a run, baby.
And acting like a Denny Hamlin fan about himself.
54 against the
Too
world.
early.
I knew that
Too
was coming.
too early in the season.
Brother, we do not care. We do not care. Go ahead.
Speaking on the truck series, though, we got Michigan next. How do you guys feel going into that?
I mean, it's a fun track. It's pack racing. It feels like it, at least.
Yeah,
Which is funny
it's really
because I complain about plate racing, but I feel like it's a little bit different. It's just it feels like it at times.
It's kind of
it's
like Auto
definitely
Club.
different, but I don't know. I just Michigan's gets really like loose, especially in 3 and 4.
I haven't raced Michigan in a while. Not since they've done this aerial update. I'm still trying to get back into the rhythm of racing these trucks and everything. Um, but from what I remember, I mean, it's like pack racing for the first 10 laps, and as the tires start to wear, you kind of single file out. Um, it's so wide. So I don't know if it's going to be like that Monday night. I'm definitely going to run some practice laps just to kind of get a feel for the truck. And because we all know, I suck with tire saving. I'm fucking garbage. Um,
Yeah,
absolutely,
we all know.
absolutely
I
fucking
try to tell you
terrible.
to slow down instead of just going so much, and then you get out there and you're like, well, I'm not going that hard, or you're going faster than everybody else.
It doesn't feel like I'm going that hard. Like pause. It doesn't feel like I am.
No
I'm.
pause. Keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you
right.
were in it. You were
Okay.
always in it.
The one the one I go back to is it was CRL. It was several seasons ago. It was before I even started broadcasting. It was Charlotte, and Rob was up front, and I remember telling Rob, "I'm not gonna burn my tires." Rob, I'm not sure if you remember this.
Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember all of this.
I I said, "I'm not gonna burn my tires this race." I go into turn 1, I am fucking hauling the mail, and I'm like, "Oh man, I got a few seconds on the lead," and then about 12 laps in, I am now sitting in like 20th, and I can't figure out why, and it's because I fucking suck. Um,
Yeah, I remember we passed you on like lap 6, and I'm like, "Bye, Caleb."
like it doesn't make any sense. Like I I turn the steering wheel, the car does what I want it to do, and then about 10 laps in, the steering wheel don't work no more, and I just don't know what to do. But that's why I'm starting to practice a little bit more, trying to get some more track time. Um, the Xfinity car is nothing like what we race, so I can't. Other than road courses, I probably won't touch that car again. The Cup car,
That's fair.
terrible. I don't even know why. Like racing it on iRacing, it's not very good. Um,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, I like to think that you've taught me how to be a fairly decent road racer, Khalib, but I went there, I guess a couple months ago. Josh and Ross were racing in a cup league on Thursday, and they went to Watkins Glen. And I remember taking that thing into the bus stop the first time, and I'm like, the hell is this? I went straight through the bus stop into the wall because I couldn't get it to slow down. It's legitimately like a tank. And even after all the laps that I put in to get a little bit faster with it, I couldn't break out of the 113s, and there were guys out there running in the 111s, and it made no sense to me.
I remember when we were running the CRL Cup Series, when it was still like Brownie Cup Series and all that. Um, we had talked about that when Nate and Evan were on the podcast. But when they were running the next gen Cup car and we went to the Charlotte Roval, um, me and Evan had a battle in that next gen car, and that was the most comfortable I ever felt in that Cup car. Was at the Roval. Um, but like the car has changed so much in the 2 years since we've run that. I don't even know. Like it's just it feels so free in my hands. It's I guess you guys will understand what I'm talking about. But like I run high force feedback, so like it's just not there. Like with the truck, the ARCA car, I can feel it. Even the Xfinity car, I can feel it. The Cup car, I can't.
We didn't talk about our how our picks did. So let's remind everybody who we picked and did any of our picks win? Did
Well,
We
anybody
Jacob,
pick Judson Curtis?
no, nobody picked Jetson, but Jacob got the closest because Zach was leading at the white, so I really thought he
Yeah,
might have a shot there.
I was watching it because obviously I was out of the sim at that point. 14 laps in, you know.
suck.
Um,
He's not bitter; it's
yeah.
okay.
Um, but yeah, I was like, fuck, dude, my pick might actually win. Like this is gonna be pretty cool. But he unfortunately Mike was the one pushing him and then he explained after the race that he was really hot and he couldn't just keep pushing him or else he would have blew up and he didn't want to do that. But he got wrecked anyway, so I guess it didn't really matter.
To be fair, that was kind of a weird situation because I think when Ross and Parker came down, I think for some reason, I think Zach hit Ross at the exact same time that Ross hit Parker, and it like shot Zach to the right. And at that point, Michael had gotten close enough to where he couldn't really do anything, especially coming to the white to the checker flag. Like he clipped him in the left rear, and I think that's what kind of started everything. But it was just like the timing was just very unfortunate, and there was nothing that anybody could do. I think, or at least that's what it looked like to me.
I
Yeah.
uh I picked Chris Smith. Wrong night. But yeah, I picked him, and I don't even know where he finished. He didn't fucking win. Um,
Nah, he definitely did not
he
win.
he did he did not win. I don't even think he seen the top 10 all night. Um, which is unfortunate. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't. I was running up front all night, and I never seen him. So
All right,
uh,
weird flex,
Let's
bro.
before we even move on, let's talk about who won. Judson Curtis. Um,
oh yeah.
I mean,
Wanted to
what a
get him on
race.
tonight, but he unfortunately wasn't available.
Yeah,
Was he doing his big press tour?
he
Yeah, I
had
think
to
he
he had
had
to
a
have
he
been.
had a lot of things to sign and whatnot. So
Damn.
Um,
PR relations. They
Yeah, yeah, understood. I mean, listen, winning in the CRL is a big deal these days. You're gonna make some waves.
yeah, exactly. And I Grant Designs, the paint business that I own, made him a Zio's Party Treats car or truck, and they are a um, food truck out in Texas, and he sent it over to me, and I thought the idea was really cool, and came up with the design that's on his truck, and said that they would like to be on for this season, that they were going to be watching and whatnot, and the amount of love and support that they gave Judson during, before, and after the race, all over Instagram and social media and stuff, was pretty awesome. So I'm happy for Judson that he was able to pull the win out.
it's crazy how far sim racing has come. Because Jacob, I remember when you and I had started, and like we were trying to get real life sponsors, um, but nobody was really buying into it. Now it seems like you can if you're in the right league and you have the right exposure and everything, you can get somebody to jump on board and really buy into this sim racing thing. Because I mean, it's a big platform now. It seems like everyone that enjoys racing also does sim racing, or either watches it, um, which is great. I love that for for this community we have, um, and just what we're able to do, and especially with CRL and the Clean Racing League, Truck Series and ARCA Series. Um, Super happy for Judson winning that race. It's his first Clean Racing League win um, in the Truck Series. So super excited for him. He's locked himself into the playoffs. Um, I think that's the third straight year. It is the third straight year we've had a first time winner at Daytona.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So I love that.
It, Daytona and Talladega and now Atlanta are the places for that. So
Yeah, I love that for Judson. He's already locked himself and his sponsor um, into the playoffs. Going to be fighting for a championship this season. Love that for him.
yep,
But
round one Pocono.
that's
Oof, that's brutal.
yeah.
Pocono and Richmond for the round of 12.
Who the fuck
So
made that schedule?
Yeah,
Judson
we
better
we
go
gotta
ahead
talk
and
about
start
this.
Who the
Judson
fuck?
better go ahead and start practicing.
So let me.
I'm looking forward to Nashville, Charlotte, Vegas. Those are
Are
Yeah,
my
those in the
regular
all
playoffs?
the
season
good tracks are pre-playoffs.
Where's Watkins Glen?
Watkins
Pre-playoffs.
We
pre-playoffs. Yep, after
I don't
North
I don't.
Do you not remember people complaining about how much they had to practice in the playoffs for a road course? I mean, come on. Do you think we're going to put it back in the playoffs again?
Hey, it's in the playoffs in the ARCA
If
series.
you know what, I'm going to put it
As
out
it
here.
should be.
I'll go ahead and put it out here right now. If I win Watkins Glen, we're getting 2 road course races next season. One in the regular season, one in the playoffs. If I win, it's happening.
I'm bummed because I don't think I'm going to be able to race Watkins Glen, so I'm not even going to be able to put my skills to the test against the great Khalib.
I'm actually moving that weekend before that race, so I'm hoping I can get everything set up and moved over in enough time to even make that race. I hope I don't miss it.
Sounds
I
like
feel
a
like
skill issue.
between Jacob moving and Evan possibly marrying Nate's sister after they both get divorced, I think we need to start having a breaking news tone on the pod.
Breaking news.
But to kind of go into what just happened. I guess at this point an hour ago, we had the CRL ARCA series, the inaugural race, um, at Daytona, presented by Grant Designs. It was the hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
We're holding. We're
hold
holding.
on,
Holden.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
You're literally making the audience wait.
It was the turtleback.
Oh, all right. I'm
It,
good. I'm
it
good.
it was the oh God bless America. Hold on. And the race was the Turtleback Trailer Boys 150 presented by Shady Brook Farms. It was 60 laps. It was super fun. It went green the entire way, which I was surprised. We had a good turnout
Super
for the
thankful.
first race. You said what, Jacob?
Super thankful that it went green.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I'm
I,
glad I
I
didn't get wrecked on lap 14.
yeah, I mean you actually made it to the end. So that's kind of a shocker. But
Damn.
you know, it was very fun. Me, Bobby Mantle, and Chris Smith, kind of there was something with us
All
three.
high five racing.
Yes, all high five racing cars. There was something with us tonight. Um, and I would like to put it on my excellent engine cooling and pushing ability, um, and Bobby's ability to keep it straight. Um, I don't. I think I figured out how to stay hooked up and cool the engine at the same time. Because I mean, it was us three, and I think Jacob, you had more cars than us, and we were just gapping you guys.
Well, so like that first run after y'all got out to y'all's lead, we didn't get situated enough, like fast enough. I was off the pace a little bit, and um, we ended up merging with Bradley Murphy and the nine Tanner Honeycutt. That's who it was. Um, we had four of us. It just like I couldn't keep my engine temps cool enough. Like I was doing everything that you were doing. I mean, we've spent what 10 years pushing each other and plate racing with
13.
one another in 13 years and doing it on all different kinds of games and simulations and stuff. So like I feel like I know what I'm doing when it comes to that, and I just couldn't keep my engine cool enough to keep the same pace that you three were keeping. And honestly, I think it was because you guys were holding a steadier line, like staying straight in line more. We had a lot of bobbing and weaving, especially through the corners of one car trying to stick their nose out to breathe, and the others behind them not really holding their line, I guess, and it just broke up the air. So we were losing on you. We would gain for like one or two laps, and then we would lose for like three or four. So I don't know. I wanted to come up with a strategy of push as hard as you can, and the leader will pull out of line, or the second car in line and on back will pull out and go around. That way you don't lose too much speed and you don't fall too far back whenever you pull out. And it's hard to do that whenever you're not in the same Discord channel with other drivers and you're working with um, people who are not your teammates. So it makes it a little difficult. But yeah, you guys were rolling. Like kudos to y'all. Y'all were fucking hauling ass.
We we were in the chat, and you were in there too with us, and we had an 8 second gap. It was Bobby Mantle, myself, and Chris Smith, and we had Abram Ghost, who was a lap down. He was not in the race, but he was there with us, also High Five Racing. We had an 8 second gap from you guys, that second group, um, and it 2 laps to go. We were trying to figure out how we were going to do it. Were we going to race? Were we going to stay in line? What were we going to do? And we ultimately had come to the conclusion that as long as we don't wreck each other, and we can race. And coming to the final lap, I kind of backed off a little bit from Bobby, and I seen Dad do the same thing, and I'm like, okay, like we could probably make a move here. And I had sucked up to the bumper of Bobby, and I made a move to the outside, side drafted him, which slowed him down. Also, kind of slowed my pace down a little bit too. Dad bumped me, Ghost followed. We got clear, dropped down, and I thought Dad was gonna stay with me. And then coming out of 4, he popped out to the inside or outside. I'm sorry, and side drafted me and beat me by zero, no, 0.010, um, which a photo finish. Um, it was my dad, so I'm not upset about it. But yeah, I mean
Yeah, father
it's
son one too.
yeah, I mean it was definitely, I enjoyed it.
And ask for
I'm
something better than that.
I'm happy that he won the inaugural ARCA race for CRL. It seems like he's won in every league except for the Truck Series.
Yeah,
And
I made a joke about that of him having like 150 something starts in the truck series, and he makes his very first start in the ARCA series and wins. Got to be
yeah,
kind of
but
frustrating, but at the same time, kind of like, well, shit.
yeah, I mean it. I know he was super excited. We all did burnouts together. And you can catch the replay of the CRL ARCA series presented by Grant Designs on OSR Network. It should be on demand right now. If you just go to OSR Network on YouTube, it should be there. But yeah, you guys ready to talk to Chris Smith?
Yeah, let's bring him up.
Of course.
And we're joined by Chris Smith, who just won the inaugural ARCA race, CRL ARCA race at Daytona. How you feeling?
Man, it was fun. It was a great time. Great turnout. Um, 60 laps. Green flag flew and the checker flag flew. So that was super impressive. It was really fun. We had really fast high five racing cars. Everybody was. It was awesome, man. It was a good time. It was really fun. That last lap was a blast.
Yeah, and you and Caleb and Bobby just had something that nobody else had. Like me, Mike, and Bradley, we got separated from you guys, or me and Mike got separated from you guys, and we had Bradley and Tanner Honeycutt helping us, and we just couldn't keep the same pace that you guys were keeping. How do you think you guys were able to do that?
Man, honestly, it probably had more to do with Bobby than it did with either myself or and Caleb. Bobby did a great job, playing line leader, if that's what you want to call it. He held a pretty wheel, and we just didn't scrub a lot of speed, and we stayed tucked tight to each other and communicated pretty well as far as when we did have to move to dodge lap cars or whatever the case may be, and then obviously having Abe, having Ghost, he was a lap down, but having him tucked in that last run, going from 3 cars to 4 cars, that helped us a little bit as well, carry some speed. It definitely helped having him behind me coming to the checker. That's for sure.
So, Chris, I'm looking at your stats. It looks like this is your third super speedway win. Is this your first league win?
This is my first CRL branded league win. Yes.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, man.
Thank
Yeah,
you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
I was making a joke, and I had already said it once, but I'll say it again. But think I guess it's not really a joke. I guess it's just me being an asshole. I just think it's really
Proof.
funny that you spent 150 something starts in the truck series and can't get a win, and then your very first ARCA start you get a win. Like why can't you do that in the trucks?
That's a solid question, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it has anything to do with can or can. I just think it has more to do with uh, when. When will it happen? It'll happen sooner or later. You guys are all so good, man, and really, that's really all it boils down to. I mean, it's a talent thing. I I have a lot of fun racing with you guys, yourself, Rob, Caleb, everybody, and in the CRL, and racing with all you guys has made me better. It made me faster, but eh, eh, I get faster, and you guys get faster too. So it'll all fall my way one day, I'm sure, in the truck series. I can't wait for it to happen. But it just goes to show you I do know where victory lane is. I can find it. I promise.
Well, I for one appreciate you acknowledging, when you say you guys are really good. It's really nice of you to say that to make Jacob feel good because I mean, after all, he only ran 14 laps. So I mean, I would like to think that Caleb and I are just better because we actually, finished the whole race
Yeah, I
on
seen the start
Monday,
finish, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I already touched on that. I'm just gonna leave that alone.
it's feast or famine at the plate tracks, the super speedways, man, and you guys know this. Like Jacob's super good at just about any track you go to, just like yourself, Rob, and Caleb is as well. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, but you guys have very few weaknesses, a lot of strengths. So more so than anything else, it's a lot of luck. There's definitely skill at super speedways, in my opinion. I know other people would argue with me, but it's a combination of skill and racecraft, and you got to have the luck go your way, man. You can't get caught up in your own mistake or somebody else's misjudgment that just kind of blindsides you, and 1 minute you're going straight, next minute you're looking in the stands, and that's never a good look.
Super
If we
speedway
if we
racing
want to
is
call it misjudgment.
super speedway racing is
Bam.
skill when it goes your way and luck when it doesn't. That's at least the way I look at it.
You know,
Also, it's just fun to give Jacob shit too. So there's that.
it is, man. He
Yeah.
wins. He wins so much. He's really good. So anytime everybody gets the opportunity to give him a hard time, I strongly urge you to do so.
I have got to catch the guys in front of me in the win list. I think I'm like 5th in all wins of the truck series.
Brother, you
And-
you got to remember you're racing against Lane Hostler. I think that's the first time I've ever said his last name correctly, and he still
Correct.
exists. So good luck.
Well, let me hang on.
Talent's deep,
I'll
man.
catch up.
These guys are all good. Like, all you guys are good, man. There's so many names every single week, and I think it's going to be the same way in the ARCA series. Every single week, every Monday night, every Wednesday night. There's so many people that legitimately you could look at that person and go, I think he could win tonight. Man, I think he could win tonight. So, like, it's there's something to be said to be on that list at all. To be honest with you, Jake, no matter what spot you're in, Rob, Caleb, there's something to be said when you make it onto that list, and I'm sure you'll keep climbing up that list, Jacob and Rob. I know you will as well, Caleb. I'm sure you will as well. So there will be others climbing up the list with you. So it's just there's just so much talent, so much respect. It's just such a great community to be a part of, man. It's just awesome. It's an awesome place to be, for sure.
Fun fact for Rob is you were actually tied in 7th in all-time wins in the truck series with 9. I have 11 in 5th. Lane is leading with 23.
I was
And
actually
if you want to break it down, I mean, Lane has only won 14% of the races he's raced. I've won 13%, and you have actually won 16%. So, I mean, technically, if the math is mathin', we should catch up.
It's true.
I
I
don't know about
Yeah.
your math.
I would love to, if we're keeping track of these wins. I know I'll never overtake first in all-time wins, but I would love to have the most road course wins. I think that's something I can do.
Well, hang on. Right now, it is currently Josh Lilly with 5, Lane with 3, Rob Sherwood with 3, and you with
Whoop.
1.
Damn.
I think-
If the math is math, then
It's gonna take
Rob
you.
has won 60%.
Rob, hey, hold on.
60% is Rob's win percentage on a road course. So technically, Rob is better than you.
Technically.
damn.
Hold on.
Thanks for coming out on
Rob,
this podcast, man.
Numbers
Crazy.
numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie, but Rob, would you like to tell the audience what happened the last time we raced Coda together in the CRL Truck Series?
I
Which was the
do
last
not
road
recall.
course.
I do not recall. But
you know,
also, I think that I may have made a few mistakes that race, and that was before I got any like. That was before I found my footing at road courses, or at least that's what I'm telling myself.
You know what? That's fine. I'll let him know. I won by a minute and made an extra pit stop. And led every lap. Qualified on pole, fastest in practice. I didn't set the
You had
fastest lap.
Nos.
Don't know how that happened. But you said what?
You had Nos.
No.
Yeah, you were cheating, I'm sure.
No.
Well, it's a shame we won't be able to compare our skills at Watkins Glen soon enough. Also, to be fair, so everyone knows, I learned my road course skills from Khalib. So
Same.
Khalib is the master. I'm the apprentice. I just try to take pointers from him when I can.
I clearly have
Technically,
learned nothing from him at road courses. I am terrible.
you know, if we're counting that, technically I have 4 road course wins. So like, really,
You
I'm
can't-
up there.
You can't claim somebody else's.
I can.
Yeah, that's true.
I
You
can't.
can take credit for making them better, but you
Yeah.
can't take their
If
win.
it's not
I
on the
gave-
stat sheet, it doesn't count, brother. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That's mathin'.
Okay. We do not
Yep,
care.
that
Yeah,
math-
Caleb's
that
trying to do that
math-
girl math right now.
Mhm.
All right.
I don't know what kind of math he's doing.
Also,
Anyway.
Jacob, if the math is math and you and I both have more wins than Joshua Altice, suck it, Josh.
Poor Josh.
What a guy.
All right, Josh sucks.
Yeah.
Listen,
Me and Josh have a long rival
Hey,
for the
I
fans who
hate
don't
to
know.
I hate to bring this up. He could have been the first
Back-to-back
back-to-back
champion.
back-to-back champion and three-time straight
Three,
champion.
three,
Um,
Well,
three-peat champ.
he
I
choked
I
that away.
I hate I hate to
Eh,
bring up Indianapolis, but
things have to go a certain way for things to go a certain
yeah,
way, and they just didn't go the certain way for the things to go the certain way that he needed them to go. So it
yeah,
to go a
happens.
certain
It
way.
happens.
Understandable.
You learn from it, and you keep it
yeah.
moving. Josh is another one of those guys that's super talented.
Jo-
He's not a champion for no reason.
Josh is also like a Max Verstappen. Like he manages to get the most out of his his race. He doesn't very much like leave scraps on the table. That's why he's so good at racing, and why he's in the Final Four so often.
Agreed. Totally agree. But yeah, it was cool. It was tonight was a great race. The ARC series is going to be fantastic. Those Grant Designs cars looked really good, finishing 1, 2, 3.
The turnout was amazing.
It was, man, and I think it's just going to increase as this season starts here. I would imagine there's going to be a lot of new, not a lot of new faces, a lot of new numbers, a lot of new names. But I think that obviously the product will still remain the same. This is the CRL, and it'll always look the same. But the turnout's just going to get better and better, man. This is a great place to race. It's a great place to be. It's a great thing to be a part of, and I think it's pretty obvious every time we take the track. So everybody wants to come in and beat you guys. That's really all that boils down to. So they can tell their
Well,
friends.
now it's going to be come in and beat Chris Smith because you have the points lead, and I don't think you've ever had that.
Well,
But
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have in fact I have had the points lead, but in a CRL series. But that's neither here nor there. If my math is mathing correctly, I am the winningest driver in CRL ARCA series history. Is that right?
you are.
at
Yeah.
the
That's
current moment,
facts.
yes.
And the next two races line up perfectly for you because it's Martinsville. We all know you love Martinsville, and then it's Michigan.
Ooh.
You always run good at Michigan. So the next two races, I mean, can we see a three-peat from Papa Smith?
Man, I wouldn't hold my breath if I was anybody listening. Don't hold your breath. No one's gonna come save you, but it would be great. I do enjoy Martinsville. I love racing Martinsville. I generally don't get the finish that I hope for, but I do love racing at Martinsville. And Michigan has always been a fun place to race, and I think it's going to be a good time, man. Like I said, this ARCA series is going to be it's going to be awesome, man. There's some guys that are in the ARCA series that I'm sure are trying to work their way into the truck series and hoping for a ride in season 24. And it's they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard to get into.
It really is, man. It really is. But the the opportunity's there. You just gotta cash in and take advantage of it. But there's a lot of good talented guys in both series, both the truck and the ARCA series. But I am super excited about the season, man. Daytona in the truck series went great. It was great to see Judson win. Daytona in the ARCA series went phenomenal. It was great to see me win. I'm super excited about that. I'm even more happy that it was Caleb. I was racing to the line. Bobby again did a great job, and Ghost broke even with me for stealing my win at Michigan. So he told me a year ago he was going to push me or get me to the front at one of these things and stay there. So he helped me get by Caleb there at the end. So I'll take it.
Well, we do appreciate you coming onto the podcast after winning the inaugural CRL ARCA Series race at Daytona and leading us into next week. Um, Gentlemen, let's make our picks for Michigan in the CRL Truck Series. Rob, who you got?
Oh God, I I'm at this
Don't
weird spot where I don't want to use you know s- a really good driver too early.
Are we keeping track, Caleb? Are you keeping
Yeah,
track of this?
I'm keeping track of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Evan Kinney.
What a guy.
Yeah, I feel like he's so good at Auto Club. This is pretty much a sister track of Auto Club. I feel like if there's a week, I know it's it's going to depend on strategy and the way cautions fall, but his long run speed is usually really good at these tracks. So I'm gonna go Evan Kinney.
Jacob.
Well, we have ran there 9 times in the CRO Truck Series, and there has been 8 different winners. So picking a winner is definitely going to be hard to do. The only repeat winner is Joey Stiers. Lane won it last time we were there. Abe won it the time before that. Stole that from Chris Smith, like he just said.
I didn't steal it. It felt like it though. It felt like it. He saved that extra set of tires, and man, he was on a rail.
He stole it. You were up front. He passed you. He stole it. We can go with it. It's all right. I'm sure he'll be okay with it. He
All
stole
right, fair enough.
it. But no, it's really hard to pick. Like we have so many talented drivers who can go out there and win. Let's go with. I'm gonna go with Mike Kelly. I'm gonna extinguish a really good pick early.
Bold, but I can
Going
see
with
it.
Mike Kelly to win Michigan.
I can see it. Caleb, who you got?
You know, it's kind of tough. I Michigan's one of those tracks where maybe anybody can win. Um, I don't. I'm trying to think about the tracks we have this season and where I can slot some of these drivers. You know what? I'll take Scott Simley.
All right.
Okay,
So
I
we
like
got
it.
2 picks from T1H.
Do I get the? Do I get the? Do I get
Yeah,
the?
you're more
guest
than
pick?
welcome to.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You know what? Since I'm gonna make a guest pick, I got 2 names that popped into my mind, so I'm just gonna throw them both out there. I would lean towards Parker Collins, following up a second place finish with a win, or Bradley Murphy.
Bradley Murphy's underrated.
Bradley Murphy's extremely underrated. He's gotten very very good, and I could see him. I could see him getting out there and catching a checkered flag for sure. So if I had to pick one, I'll go Bradley Murphy.
Okay.
And that's definitely a a very good pick. Um, you know, we'll find out who's right. If you know if any of us are right. Monday night. Be sure to check out the CRL Truck Series presented by Ghost Athletics on OSR Network at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For the I believe next 3 months, where you can catch all of the action live. And then, of course, Wednesday, you can catch the CRL ARCA series presented by Grant Designs, also on OSR Network, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, However, this is the end of the episode, and we will catch everyone next Friday at 10 a.m. on Spotify and YouTube, wherever you decide to listen. We are grateful for the people that do, and we will see you guys next time. Bye bye.